Hey, everybody, off the top rope here, off the Mike Sports Network. Man, I get so frustrated, man, when I have to come on here, do these segments, and just have to continually hammer home my point, and people just completely misconstrue and say I'm a Fed drone, I'm getting paid, you know, hammer AEW, but it's like, what what good is it doing for Toni Storm, the women's world champion, in back-to-back weeks to have fatal four-way eliminator matches? When she's the women's world champion, we know that she's going to go to All In. It's very clear. They have made it abundantly clear that Toni Storm is going to be the women's world champion, whether it's Jamie Hayter, which feels slim, but who knows? Maybe I'm bound to be surprised. Whether it's Jamie Hayter or it's Mercedes Moné, she's going to be the champion in that match. That's abundantly clear. So what does doing back-to-back eliminator matches, because they're going to do another one in Chicago for Beach Break, what does that accomplish? Seriously, what does that accomplish at all for anybody? It doesn't have, like, Sky Blue's going to be back, and good for her. She's been gone for a while. She's from Chicago. She's going to get a chance to, get back in front of her home fans. That's really cool. And then there's two mystery spots. Okay, so you're going to we don't know who the two mystery people are. Some people are saying Mariah May be involved in that. I don't know why they would throw Mariah May into an eliminator match with Toni Storm after her and Toni Storm had just a great feud. They don't need to be in the ring again with each other. There is some speculation that Thekla, who had been signed, okay, she got fired from her previous place. Cool. But seriously, this is the same issues that I've been having. And it's almost like this company just does not really care. And it's just like they're convinced that everything they're doing is okay. The buildings have been sounding better. The attendance is, somewhat gone up, but the ratings have not really changed. And yet, I mean, if you're going to, put Toni, at least have like an enhancement match or something like that. Or, put her in the ring with somebody. If you want to keep her fresh or something, like, put her in the, maybe, give Sky Blue a showcase match in, like, just to have it be a one-on-one match, not have it be an eliminator. I'd be fine with that. But doing this, and especially, and the reason why this sticks out to me is they literally did the exact same thing last week. They literally did the exact same thing on this past week's Dynamite, where they threw Thunder Rosa, Penelope Ford, and Anna Jay in the same match, and Toni Storm just won. And they're just presenting the possibility, oh, maybe if somebody wins this match, they could be the number one contender. It's like, guys, we got two women fighting to face we basically have acknowledged that we have two women fighting to face Toni Storm at All In. That's what it is. So it's just, I don't get what the philosophy, if there is any, in regards to this women's division. I really don't get it. The priority is clearly to make the top women, the two champions, look really strong, and everybody else is just, there. And even if they go back and do this and, basically let's say Sky Blue gets a win in this match without pinning Toni Storm, which, okay. And then Sky Blue gets a women's championship match. Let's say they put it on Double or Nothing. But that being said, we know Toni Storm's going to be the champion. So if you're not going to build story, at least have a showcase match or something like that and have Toni, beat somebody. Or, maybe, have like a mystery opponent like a Thekla come out, have her show out. That being said, I mean, we're at a point where it's like you need to start building characters and stuff. It's just, I swear to God, man, like some of you AEW sickos just really misconstrue what I say, because I don't understand how you could think like, oh, it's going to be a banger match. It's going to be a banger match. Guys, what does this do? If somebody else wins this match, there's no story to get to a championship match. It's just, okay, we're giving somebody a championship match. And it's like, okay, if you don't pin the champion and you have a challenge. But like I said, all this is doing is just, sort of just kicking the can down the road so we can just get to Double or Nothing. And then once you get to Double or Nothing and you find out who the winner of that is, you basically spend the next, month building to Texas. And that's really what this is going to be. So it's frustrating, man. It really is frustrating how they manage the women's division. Another eliminator match, the same shit, different week. Tony, please, I'm begging you, man. Get either better people backstage or, maybe just relinquish creative control, because your women's division is significantly losing credibility. And I talked about this in an early video. I think Willow Nightingale will ultimately stay in AEW, but considering some of the stuff that I'm saying here, does she see a path to the women's championship? I mean, if they want to have her beat Mercedes to get the TBS title back or get the women's championship, maybe there's a direction to doing that. But I don't know, man. Like, just the way they've managed this women's division, specifically since Mercedes Mone got there, has been a problem. It's really focused on two people. And one of the biggest critiques with WWE was their focus was so much on the 4 horsewomen. And specifically, really only 3 of them, Bayley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. Sasha Banks sort of fell by the wayside. You look at this women's division, it's, there's still some problems, but there's more people that are over. Like, heck, the NXT women's division is incredible. And now you got so many other diverse and talented people that are in that division where Charlotte, Becky Lynch, and, Bayley are being used to get other people over. That's how it should be. So everybody being critical of, WWE in their past, they've kind of evolved a little bit in terms of their women's division. The booking's not perfect, and there should be more chances for the women to get on the show. Like, there's only one women's match at Backlash, but come on. What the hell is this, man? Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.